Terran players, I am here. This is Sean Paul Clark, and welcome to the first of the Revamped Terran tutorials. I know it's been a while. I've had as you know, a very crazy last 6 weeks, but I'm finally here, feeling good, having rested really well these past few days. I'm comfortable to now begin the Terran tutorials. It is time. Thank you for your patience. Honestly, thank you very much for that. I know a lot of you have been very desperate to really improve your Terran play. I know Terran is struggling a lot, especially in the European scene, and I'm going to try and help my best to guide you along the right lines where maybe one day I can hold my hands up and say there was a Terran star made because of my video, and that would be amazing if that was to ever happen. So let's go ahead and kick right into it. Remember, if you haven't seen the previous tutorials, maybe you want to check them out. I have the Zerg ones live, the Protoss ones live. I have the old school ones as well, which is still in a playlist on my channel. So this is of course a revamp tutorial. And revamp being that I initially had this wacky idea to record myself playing from Bronze League up, just to kind of have a feeling of the different levels of play throughout the leagues, and to show you what I would do and how I would win if I was at your level. And this is going to be the Terran Revamped, of course, because I did a Terran one a long time ago, and it's time to update that tutorial. So let's go ahead and jump in now. I'm going to have a look at the first things first, which is the options menu. This isn't something I need to focus too heavily on, because a lot of you guys already know. I mean, Starcraft is, almost, 2 years old now? 3 years almost, so quite a while if you include beta. So if we look at it right now, we just have medium on for our graphics settings. This is what I stream in, so this is what I'm comfortable in playing on. Sound levels is adjusted to the video. So I don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about voice. Controls is just my personal control setup, guys. So like 51% here, 54 over here. And that's just how I like to play as. Very fast mouse scroll speed. So that mouse scroll speed is when I move from left to right on the screen. It moves really fast. I like mine high because a lot of the times, what we're going to focus on is that we do have screen location set up. But to move around the base a little bit, I like to have it quite fast. And you'll see in game anyway. Gameplay, status unit status shows unit status bars on always. That's the health bars. Want them on always, so it helps us to micro. Menu bars hidden. I've gotten into having it hidden now. I used to have it as unclickable, but I guess there's no really need to have it there. I don't need to know what F10 basically. I don't need to know how to press F10, which is the menu to leave and pause the game. Control groups normal. Show game timer is must. Reduce violence. Nah, effort. We'll keep it off. All right, so save all replays as well. Kind of important, so you can review any games that you do lose. Going over to hotkeys, I've made a Terran tutorial hotkey setup here. So if I go into, God, it's been so long I've actually done this. There we go, global. So if we go into the global, we can see that the control groups, where is it? It's not control groups, it's camera. Okay, so it's in camera. This is where I set up the create location number 1. Shift F1, Shift F2, Shift F3, Shift F4, which is to create a location, to save a location. So for example, if I want to save the Zelnogatau location and I want to jump there with an instant, Shift F1 saves it. F1 takes me there, and you'll see me use that a lot throughout the throughout this video and the other episodes that will come with it as well. And that's the only real thing that I've changed here. The other thing I did change was the unit management is the idle worker. I've changed it to tilde, so that if I have an idle worker, because it used to be F1, but because I have now the screen location is F1, I have tilde for my idle worker. And that's it really. So F2, by the way, magic hands, F2 takes us straight to this screen, which is getting ready to play. Let's make sure we're on 1v1. Map preferences set up. We're going to take array Talder Altar, Shakur's Plateau, and Containment Ridge. We're going to leave themselves with Entomb, Tiga, Ohana, Direct Cloud, the standardized map pool. The reason why we get rid of those maps, if you don't know, is because they're old and they're not very good anymore. They are very old now. Containment Ridge is probably the newest, or is the newest out of all three, but it's just not a very good map. It's a little bit too big, and it's just not a good map. So, all right, let's move in and think about what we're going to be doing. So what I'm going to be showing you is 3 solid strategies and builds to focus on, excuse me, individual matchups. Terran versus Terran, we're going to be playing a standard bio-style marine tank. Versus Zerg, we're going to be playing mech. I think in the lower leagues and mid leagues, you're going to get a lot more success playing mech than you will do against, or with bio against, for example, Bane Leagues and Infestors. And against Protoss, we're also going to be looking for normal play. This is on the new patch as well, this video. So the Infested Terran eggs are now down to 70 hit points from 100. So they do get blown up a lot faster than they would do usually. And also this the Seeker Missile is available for us nice and easily without having to research it. So things to focus on already was we're rolling on Ohana. We're playing against a Terran player. So we're going to be playing a bio style. So when I say bio style, we're going to be playing marine tank. We're going to open it up with a very safe build. We're going to go just one barracks command center. And we're going to be getting... oops. Oh dear. Pressed S instead of... the command center S. After we get the one barracks command center, and every time we're going to wall off, by the way, we're going to add on extra barracks and extra gas. Behind the extra barracks will just give us a comfortable amount of marines to push back whatever comes. Things that you need to think about is only you. In episode number 1, it's not so much about what he's doing. Sure, we're going to scan to have a feel of what he's doing, to see if he's 1 base, 2 base, or 3 base all in. But overall, we're focusing on ourselves, making sure that we don't make mistakes. So we're going to make sure that we wall off initially. We're going to scout straight away after that, and we're going to pull an SCV as we scout to build the barracks wall in. So we're going to go for this wall in to protect us against any kind of early rushes. And there's no really reason not to wall in. I mean, at this level, the economy advantage, the little edge you'd get from not walling in through the SCVs not having to travel as far out, doesn't matter. So we're just going to continue through. So we're going to focus on scouting. I did, if you notice at the start of the game, set my F1, F2, F3, F4 keys up. And he, likewise, is gone double barracks. So if he's going to go double barracks, that's not going to make us panic, not going to make us build a bunker. I mean, make us build a second barracks. We will just build a bunker instead. So as you can see, I'm using F1 to jump back and double tapping 1 to go forward to my SCV. We're going to go straight for a orbital command and a marine. He's got double barracks, which means that he could put a bit of pressure on. As his SCV leaves, we'll go down, build a command center, and immediately, we're actually going to go in if he's going to allow us to get in. We're going to go down, build a command center, and then straight away also going to build a bunker. So we're going to pull another guy down. We'll go straight away here. And I don't think we need to rush actually to get the SCV down, because he's going to have to bring the marine back, right, to get the SCV. So we'll build a supply depot first. Yeah, so the marine's there. We'll send the SCV to the back of his base. We'll build a supply depot, and then we'll just pull an SCV down. And this is where we'll go ahead and build the bunker. Make sure that his SCV isn't in our natural. And then with a bunker, his 2 racks can never, ever work. And now we just go back into regular play again. So we have adjusted a little bit to what he's doing already, just through that. Talking a little bit now about the hotkey setup, F1, F2, F3, F4 are the screen locations we set up at the start. We have my barracks hotkey to 4 and my command center's hotkey to 3. Alright, so now as we start to float a bit of money, let's get down those extra barracks as mentioned. We can shift click this worker back to the mineral line and add on our extra barracks. So now we've got on our extra barracks, we've got 3 marines, and we'll shift click this guy to work 2. Now we're in good shape, right? We're getting to our build as we initially set up. Now we have to take double gas, so grab an SCV, SR is the hotkeys. Make sure that you do practice. If you don't know all the hotkeys, which you may not, then do make sure to practice them. So going to build another orbital. Going to call down another SCV, mule, and build another SCV. We're going to keep up our marine production consistent. As you can see, the placement of our command center can see the back rocks. If they were to go down, if we were to be in trouble, we need to build another bunker on that right-hand side. So as you can see, just a very calm game so far. I'm going to send both of these guys to go work on the natural. I'm going to immediately build a tech lab from the 3rd barracks completed, because we have just enough gas to do so. We do want to scan what he's doing inside his main base. He's got double gas taken. I don't really know what, I think that's maybe a factory. Okay, yeah, so, okay, we don't really know exactly what's going on. We don't really, he's obviously got, so from what I can see, and I'm going to take a guess on what he's doing here, is, and I'm guessing just because the way things are timed, it's 6 minutes in the game as we scanned there. We do need a supply depot, so I'm going to get that down. He's got a command center down. He went double barracks into orbital, into command center, into double refinery, into factory. So if that's what I think he's done, which I'm pretty sure he has, then we're not in any threat anytime soon. He's gonna review quite late on medivacs if that's what he's aiming for, and we're gonna have a stim and combat shields before anything comes. So we're in good shape basically. So right now all we're doing is focusing on building supply depots. We're gonna just cool down mules. We're gonna take the Zelnoga towers, see if we can, and we're gonna sit comfortably. I'm gonna start a waypoint inside my main base, as we did know that he's got a factory being built, right? So if he's got a factory being built, maybe there's the option for him to be going air. We are gonna lose that fight, so we'll send out another one, and we just take that Zelnoga tower. Behind this, we want to be throwing down the factory and engineering bay as we get ready for stim. So we'll take the Zelnoga tower, and we'll just keep a couple of marines in here, and we'll go stim.
Research complete.
And things are looking really good for us right now, so we're going to get a couple more supply depots again. And we'll scan his natural. I'm not afraid to scan a lot at this level. There's the command center I thought he had. So yeah, this is perfect. We're doing really, really good. He's not going to have any stim or combat shields by the time we do. This is a time where we're comfortable now to add on reactors. Because what is he doing? I mentioned that he's not in any threat. Before, we actually could have added the reactors a little bit earlier in this game, but I didn't feel the need to. We're going to go and take our Zelnoga tower, but always contest it. And we're going to go straight for medivacs here. Cool down mules. We're going to get the double refineries on the natural now. The double refineries are added on as the starport is made. So it's just that's a very simple time. We keep up our supply depot buildings. And we're just playing a very solid game here. We're not making too many mistakes. And we're just trying to keep up with supply depots, SCV production, unit production. So 3 SS, 4 AAA. Look for a supply depot being built and then add on another one. And as soon as we've got a couple of medivacs, we're going to start to move out. So let's move our factory over here. And now we can just start to add on medivacs. Going to hotkey the starport to 4. And in terms of like where is your factory, starport, barracks, and so on. So all of this is going to be on 4. We're actually going to even add on everything to 4, and I'm going to use tab to go through both. This is kind of a preference style. This is something that Dignitas Select previously taught me how to play Terran, and I'm just going to copy that. Because this is how he plays, this is how I play too. You don't have to do it, but this is how I play, so if you want to do the same, you can. It's very easy, just press 4 AAA, tab S to build a tank, tab DD to build medivacs. And then, as you can see, we're going to salvage the bunker. We've expanded to a 3rd base. And now we're going to move out as our barracks are being built. So, the reason why things are looking very smooth is because I knew exactly what we were going to do from the very start. I knew that I was going to take a 3rd then. I knew that I was going to add on a 2nd factory as soon as I take my 3rd. And I knew I was going to move out as soon as I have my medivacs ready. So, these are all the things that you want to be thinking about. Going to leave a marine on the left-hand side. We're now going to get ready to add on more barracks. As we are supply blocked, I do see. So it's going to add on 4 more barracks over here. And we're going to move up and add on a couple more supply depots. And plus 1 armor. So as we're going to sit on his Zelnoga tower, it's going to add on our supply depot. So I have made a mistake there, but that's okay. We're going to go check out his 3rd, scan his natural. So he's got 3 tanks sieged up. We'll see if he's got a 3rd, because I don't think he's going to have. A Banshee's come in from somewhere. I'm just going to stim and kill it. And 3 to scan, and that's dead. And then we're just going to pick off... Oh, it didn't die. So we're going to have to waste another scan, unfortunately. But we picked off his 3rd. And we're just going to run out. So as you can see now, we're just starting to get supply depots down. Keep up supply depot buildings. And add on all our new production on. And we're going to cool down mules and start to waypoint all the other command centers to this one over here. We'll add on a turret just in case of that another Banshee comes in, because he did have cloak. And that's it, really. So we're just going to keep up all this production. We're going to sit on this Zelnoga tower. And now we're going to really start to get all these reactors down. A couple more supply depots cannot go amiss. And start to build our tank production and increase the medevac count. As you can see, we've actually got quite a bit of free gas banked up, because we just spent, or are spending our minerals rather well on all these marines. But as we get this 3rd base saturated, we're going to be great. Alright, so I'm gonna, as we got overtype marine force now, we're gonna add on a second engineering bay and armory as the +1 armor is near completion. And now we're just looking to increase. Oh, looking, that's why we got our. Oh, we don't actually have any energy. I'm using my F1s to find out if we do, and we do not. So we're just gonna follow this down. We will have energy now. He's gone into the main. I don't want to use a scan with 2 marines. Oh. Oh, that's a big skin. I didn't mean to stim everything, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take both the gases over here now. And as you can see, we're just going to heal up with our medivacs, and then we're going to move out to his third again. And things are looking really, really good and dandy. We're going to add on some supply depots, and we're completed and ready to go 2-2. Going to keep up our tank production. Oh, I didn't have one of my factories hotkeyed. So now let's go 2-2 and +1 vehicle weapons. And we're now going to move out. So very solid play. As we move out to attack, we're going to get into gas over here. And we're also then going to take a new base. Because right now we've got 500 minerals. We're almost maxed out. We can actually afford to do that. So we're going to move across the map. And I'm going to scan. He's going to have a third setup. Or should. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. So what we're going to do now is set up a contain. If he's going to sit inside his bases like this, we're just going to set up our tanks in siege tech. And we're just going to keep with a couple of marines. We're going to load up a couple of medivacs. And we're going to aim to drop him. So we're going to pull these 2 medivacs back. We're going to keep up our unit production. And let's go drop. So we're going to set up, just spread our marines around if he does move down. Because he is kind of okay right now. But I think he's going to move down shortly. So we'll just spread out. And we're going to go drop. Maybe he's got turrets, maybe he hasn't. We'll never know. As he scans another army of ours. And we're just going to... Oh, lucky. So we're actually just going to drop on top of this. And we'll probably just be able to stim and kill it, I think. Because he's got no SCVs there. And we just replenish what we're going to lose. And we look at our upgrades. Almost ready to go again. And we are just going to be able to pick this off. So he's still sitting there. And we'll just go pick off this starport as well. So we've got the contain set up. He's going to move out, and we can actually, stim in. So grab a big box, stim in, and with a better surround tanks there, we're going to be able to win and wait for him to come. Look, just completely surrounded. We set up a good contain, and the submission is there. So GG, as we grab up our first win. It was a relatively long game for a Bronze League game. I think he did rather well. And he's actually silver. So, I mean, this is Season 5 immediately. And it's interesting that we played a silver straight off the bat. I don't know why. But we did. Alright, so let's go ahead and play again. So basically, I hopefully walked you through that. If there are any questions throughout the series, throughout this episode, do make sure to leave comments below in the chat or the comment section. And I'll try and answer a couple or as many as I can to give you some more insights. Because, of course, this is kind of a one-way conversation. I'm kind of talking to myself, but talking to you at the same time. All right, so pretty clean play overall, just kind of thinking about the conclusion and analysis of that game. There's a couple of mistakes made. Supply depots a little bit here and there. Second factory wasn't hotkeyed in as well. But aside from that, we were relatively smooth. We had a plan. It was 1 barracks command center, then add on more barracks, then refineries. We, of course, adapted to the early double barracks. And then we just got the engineering base starport down, and then just looked to get medivacs out, take a third, add tanks, and just build from there. So we actually have another Terran versus Terran. And I'm very surprised because I thought the lower leagues would be infested with Zerg. And that's what I was actually mentally prepared for. But Terran versus Terran is okay. Good luck, have fun. So Shift F1 here, Shift F2, Shift F3, Shift F4, and there are our 4 base locations already hotkeyed up. So now if I press F1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I really recommend getting the habit of that. I mean, definitely now because I think a lot of players are kind of getting back into the game to practice ready for Heart of the Swarm, just mechanically wise and so on and so on, especially European players, because it's really difficult to play the Heart of the Swarm beta because it's kind of laggy for European players. So if you're not using this kind of setup, this hotkey setup now, do it and get ready for Heart of the Swarm because you want to be ready to use it really well for when the game comes out, and you've got a good couple of months before that happens. Alright, so once again, against Terran, we are going to wall off, and we are going to scout immediately after this SCV is finished building the supply depot. We want to find out where he is immediately. It's a 4-player map. If we don't scout straight away, we're going to have a hard time breaking into his base, because of course a Marine can always be out. We're going to add the barracks on. And we're going to do exactly the same as we did before. So repetition is a key in improving in the lower leagues. Keep doing the same. Don't get bored. Don't get bored and try something funky, because then you are getting fancy a little bit. You don't really understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you're not improving as fast as you'd like. So if you do get bored, take a break. Do something else. You don't have to play a lot of hours in a row. Alright, so right now we are getting ready for our orbital and marine to finish. As you can see, I have my command center hotkey to 3 and my barracks to 4. I'm tabbing between both, and my scouting SCV to 1. And I'm using F1, F2 to navigate back home. And now we're going to go ahead and go back over here to mine, orbital, marine. So B for orbital, A for marine. And he's in the bottom right. So we've actually, unfortunately, as mentioned, a 4-player map. Gonna have a hard time scouting, because by the time, if we compare our barracks timing to our marine is out, and therefore his will be, it's a mirror matchup, so we're not gonna have an easy time scouting where he is, because his marine should be able to deny us. I mean, not where he is, but what he's doing, should I say. Alright, so let's call down a SCV and mule, and let's try and get in. We can try and squeeze past maybe as we build another marine. And okay, we are going to get really in deep. Factory. Okay, cool. So we'll actually get all the information we need. 1 barracks play. We're going to get out with the SCV as well. So straight to factory here. So we could be looking at a 1-base tank push, straight up to Cloak Banshee along those lines. So we're going to be trying to really hit our timings down well, because the better we hit our timings, barracks and gases, the more precise we'll have combat shields down, and then stim as well. So as you can see, we don't need to build another marine. We're just going to get the refineries down. And the reason why we don't need to build another marine right now is because we want faster gas, because he's not really showing any sign of aggression with a factory coming down. He hasn't got a lot of marines that can just walk across the map. We have high ground vision. If he was to bring 2 to 3 marines, we can easily beat that down. So we just got a little bit faster gas. Alright, so we're going to have to focus on around about 5:45 to 6-minute engineering bay, because that's going to be perfect in case he does try to use... and that was high ground advantage for the marine. So, like I said, we are going to have to get the engineering bay down roughly soon, because we want to be able to start to build our turrets. Let's have a scan. So starport, so he's got Hellions as starport and a barracks with Marauders. So it's more like, most likely a drop here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get stim, because the drop's going to come, and I reckon we'll have stim by the time it comes, and I will shut this down really easy. I don't think we're going to need combat shields. Combat shields better against Banshees early on, because they can get in there before stim is ready. So we're actually not going to build reactors this time, because we are facing aggression. We don't really need an engineering bay either, because he's not looking to go, from what it seems, Banshees. So we'll just wait a little bit for that. We'll get the factory down first, so we can go straight into medivacs here, so we can heal our units after they stimmed. And we're going to get, we're going to have marines on the front, we're going to have marines on this side, just in case we see that he tries to drop from that kind of flank, right? So we're going to add on a couple more supply depots.
Not enough.
And now we're actually going to add on reactors, as we're a little bit supply blocked here, so that we can go ahead and just make use of the time that we are down. So last SCV is going to pop out. Supply depots almost right, just a little bit mistimed, but it's okay. And we're going to add on the engineering bay now at the top. So we can just kind of mentally prepare ourselves that we think that something's coming. Maybe send out a marine to his base to see if we catch him. The factory's coming. That's not a unit. I'm going straight for medivacs. I'm going to try and bring down this factory. Add on a couple more supply depots nice and early on. We don't see anything by ground yet. As you can see, that our marines that we sent out haven't found anything yet. Maybe he's not attacking. We don't know. We're just presuming that, you know, he was going to attack. He hasn't got a natural down, so we're still expecting kind of a 1-base attack. He's got units in there. We're going to have another scan, I think. Double medevac loaded up. No command center. Alright, so we now know that all we need to do in this game is defend. If we defend this push, we win. Because he hasn't got a command center. We're going to add a turret down here with this marine. We're going to add more marines on the side so we can stim. We're going to hotkey them up to 2. And now we're going to get our medivacs on the way out. So we've got all marines at the front here as 1. And we've got guys at the back as 2. And we're expecting them to drop us. Alright, so we hotkey up our medivacs, or starport should I say. And now let's get into gas. And we're just waiting. When is he going to come? Is it going to be now? Add on another turret there. Probably don't need as many marines over here. Combat shield's almost done. I don't think he's going to come from this top left. He may, but I don't think so. And he's already in the main. Okay, so he's in the main. So we're going to just pull out those marines. We're going to bring back everything here. All our marines are going to come back. And he's in. So let's stim in nice and early. And we'll probably be able to bring these back. So we're just going to pull these SCVs back in as well. And as you can see, that was relatively easily cleaned up. So we're going to try and run to the edge of the cliff and then fire. And now he's got everything trapped. So as mentioned, if we defend this, we win the game, right? So yeah, so we're just going to leave a couple marines there. Going to keep on building. And because of that, oh, what's wrong with these SCVs? Because of that, we can now go and attack and most likely just pick up the game. So he did manage to escape in this location, get into the main base, but now we're ready to go.
Additional supply depots required.
And we can break the rocks, build some supply depots. We don't even need to build the rocks. We just go down and he has nothing. You know, a handful of Marauder Marines, very late expansion. A lot of SCVs down there, haven't we? We can go expand now. And as before, we expand, get the factory down, add another factory, get the armor upgrade, and we just continue through. So we'll just keep these Marines there. And I'm just going to quite heavily stim up this ramp. And we can do it now. Just stim in. We have +1 attack. He doesn't. He has Marauders are not so good against Marines, and we're in. So that was how to read your opponent, more so than playing, macro versus macro. That was more so reading your opponent and adapting a little bit more. So again, a Terran versus Terran, and now we are back down to bronze. So we had a bit of a spike against that Silver League player, but back in bronze again. So we are aiming for roughly 4 games to be played. We've played 2 so far, and we should have 2 more, including this one, coming down. So we're now going to go over to Protoss on Entomb Valley once again. So the build actually we're going to be using, and this is going to actually make it a little bit easier for you to improve, because the build we're going to use against Protoss is actually going to be very similar to the one against Terran. We're going to open up exactly the same. We're going to get the barracks at the same time. We're going to get the refineries at the same time. The factory and engineering bay at the same time. The third base at the same time. The difference is that we don't add on, we don't add on a second factory. We actually add on more barracks, because we don't need tanks. Alright, so now we're loading against Protoss. And he is favored. Maybe it's silver again. Our PC is faster. Our PC is faster. I didn't actually talk about my ID. Do you like my ID? I think it's very suiting for a Terran tutorial. Terran is Imber. Okay, come on, Anna. Enu. I reckon he's French. Alright, so I'm going to shift F1, shift F2, shift F3, shift F4. Good luck, have fun. Immediately done all those shifts, and now we can get back to focus on our SCVs. When I say focus on SCVs, trying to get them on the closest patch is going to benefit you, because you obviously the closer mineral patches are closer. Yeah, that's right. So if you get in there, you actually mine a little. You don't have to travel as far, so you mine a little bit more, right? All right. So we're gonna now get our barracks and supply depot walling, or plan to get this done again, and we will scout likewise after the supply depot. So shift, hold shift, click, go, 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 and keep up the SCV production. I think that we're going to experience against Protoss more aggressive builds than Terran. Terran seems to be the race that can do one base attacks to you, but most likely not going to.
Supply depots
And I think Protoss could. So we'll be careful. Alright, so let's wall off
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
and go scout in the bottom right first. Hotkey our barracks up. And what we're going to do, unlike the Terran game, is we're actually just going to wall off with a supply depot to hide what we're doing. Because the word "because" is a great word in tutorials. Oh look, we found him nice and early on. Because against Terran, the reason why we don't do it is because we're most likely gonna go command center first anyway. Command center first, especially in the mid to high leagues, is normal in Terran versus Terran. Very rarely do you see like a wall off like this into one base play. One base play isn't as strong in Terran versus Terran as it is in this matchup. For example, 3 barracks can right out kill you as a Protoss player, but as a Terran with a bunker and you know SUVs, you can repair it so it's not gonna outright kill you. For a Protoss player, this is a lot more scary to deal with. So we're gonna expand within our main base. We're gonna play a bit of a mind game, and I recommend you guys do this as well. Just keep the Protoss player guessing. You know, he's gonna come down now, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And we're gonna try and kill this probe. Bit of stutter step, and we do. So now he's completely in the dark. So now, to be honest, since he's completely in the dark already,
complete.
we're now just gonna go expand down on the low ground. There's no really reason to hide it. We'll have a couple of Marines out now that no probe can come in. If the Zealot Stalker's gonna come, it's gonna poke at the ramp anyway, and it's gonna probably find out what we're doing, just because it will see the lack of Marines, so this is fine. We do want to add on a bunker before the barracks. The reason why we add on the bunker before any additional barracks in this matchup is because the Zealot and Stalker can be chrono boosted out and hit us when we're not quite ready. So we add on the bunker nice and early on, and then we'll add on the additional barracks.
Not enough minerals.
So we'll add on another barracks now. You don't need to wait for 300 minerals to slap down the barracks all at the same time. Just add it on when you can afford it. So we'll shift click this SCV to go work, and we'll get ready for our refineries and get into the bunker nice and early. We're gonna look to refinery. We're gonna send out another SCV, just kind of feel what he's doing. Sending out SCVs is really intelligent. It's something that's very good, because if he was gonna full gate us or something, we'd see units coming at us. We're gonna want to punish the Zealot, and you punish the Zealot by as you see him charging up the ramp, you know he's gonna come up and be like, "Oh crap, there's a bunker," and turn back. So as you imagine him doing that, you just jump on the bunker really fast, get ready. Press D and have the waypoint out, and just get ready to oh look, no expansion, and you just get ready to jump on him like we did. So what we're going to do now, because we see no expansion, as soon as we can, and the expansion should have been down by now, as soon as we can now with our orbital and the natural, we're going to scan. Don't be afraid to scan at your level, and what we're going to probably see is 3 gateway, I think. 1, 2, 3. And the reason why 3 gateway, and I called 3 gateway, and I'm going to be a little bit worried of DTs anyway, and we are going to get a turret down anyway, because he does have double gas, and he only saw 1 sentry, and a stalker. It's most likely not going to be the case. 1 sentry and 1 stalker would really delay the DTs if that was going to be the case. Talking gets me supply box so often. But to explain why I thought it would be 3 gateways is because he saw that we didn't expand straight away normally, right? We hit ourselves inside our base. So him throwing down extra gateways is basically saying, "I'm going to be safe," which is what he did. He brought the Zealot all the way up and then scouted our command center, and now is most likely just going to expand. And we're going to send out an SCV to try and gather that info. We're going to add on a turret just in case, and we will aim towards a factory very, very shortly here. And keep cool down. We're not going to save any energy or anything. We've got a turret on the natural, just being ultra safe. And we got our Marines pumping out now. We can actually start Marauder production as well. And we're probably going to get hit by a Stalker sentry. Oh no, he's moved out. Let's see. Oh, he's got 3 Stalkers. Has he expanded? Yes, so he has expanded, but he has got 3 gateways behind it. I'm not too worried though about building a second bunker. I don't think that's necessary. I mean, to be honest, okay, shut up, Sean. You're at a level where if we do get broken down, we could lose the game, but we're so far ahead, a bunker's not going to worry us, right? It's not a problem. that we build that. So I don't know why I said that we didn't need it. It's not a problem. It doesn't matter. Send out another SUV again. Go find out where he is. Is he outside? Like right outside your base with a pylon and stalkers? 2 stalkers, but not a pylon and a more units. So not really worried about that. But we do build another bunker just in case. Stim is almost ready. Very, very almost ready. Gonna add on a couple of supply depots again. And we're looking really good in this game. We've read him well. We've got a good grasp of the game and what's going on. And now we're going to switch over for medevac. So we're going to send the factory all the way across. That's something you don't do against Terran. And we do this because we don't need the factory. We're not building tanks. Supply depots about to finish up, so we'll build 2 more as well. And we'll also get medevacs on the way. And as soon as medevacs are ready, we're going to go. We're going to get +1 armor as well. And he's destroying these rocks for some reason. I don't know why. And he hasn't really got too many units there anyway. So we're just going to wait for medevacs and just kill him. We'll add on a 3rd command center very shortly. Let's stim 1 marine to have a look. He's got 2 stalkers doing that. No, 3. So we're actually just going to move down and trap those stalkers. Oh, okay, he's already moved. Never mind. So as our medevacs come out now, we're going to salvage the bunkers and we're going to go. And we're going to go add on a 3rd command center immediately. So we actually destroy the rocks for him.
Base is under attack.
A couple more supply depots. Get into the gas on the natural. Alright, let's go. So let's attack move over. We're going to add on extra barracks now. We're going to add on 4 barracks. 1, 2, 3, and 4 because we've got a lot of money. We're now going to also add on... Oh, we didn't add it on, but we wanted to add on our command centers too. We're going to scan the ramp. He's gone Immortal Sentry Zealot. Alright, we're going to pick up these 3 units. And that basically means that he hasn't gone for Colossus yet. He's not researching anything from the robotics facility. We're going to go up here and just attack. We don't even need to really micro. Just A move in. A lot of units. Keep on building stuff behind. With no Colossus, with no Storm. +1 attack, medevacs win. So, stim again. Keep building. Hotkey up. And build units. Hotkey up our new barracks. Pick off the observer. And just get in. And that's it. So, you can micro now, as there's not too much there. I don't know why he's got a warp prism. But anyway, this is this game done. So this game was actually, I think this is probably, I feel, the way that this played out was probably the most educational of all 3 games. Just the Terran versus Terran second game was just kind of, an attack that we dealt with. Game 1 was just some guy not really doing anything and us setting up a contain. But this was a lot more reactionary, a lot more of a 2-way conversation between me and him, I feel, And starting initially off with us denying the expansion, from his seeing it, for the 3 gateways to come down, for reading what he's doing, sending out SCVs. I feel that you're going to learn a lot more from that game. So let's go ahead and play a 4th now. As we're approaching the end-ish of this episode, depending on how long this game is. And it is a random. Cool, okay. And Entomb Valley again. So, he is from Spartacus. Crixus. And we're going to split these across, and he is favoured. So, good luck, have fun. Against random, you don't need to panic. I actually... When I play random myself and I'm against a Terran player, and this is before I used to say my race, so when I first started playing random, I was very confused when Terran players would ask my race, because a Terran player doesn't need to adapt. A Terran player should be opening up 1 barracks command center every single game. They don't need a wall off against Zerg. You don't need to do that. So, as a Terran player, I'm not at all worried about playing random, because I'm still going to do exactly the same as we did in the other games. We're going to go supply depot on the ramp, we're going to shift click, and we're going to go scout, and we'll take our sweet time. It doesn't matter, we're going to do exactly the same here. Nothing's going to change if he's random. Proxy 2 gate, if we were looking at random cheeses, Proxy 2 gate, we're already walled off. We're going to see it in our base. We're going to see it on the natural. We're going to have a barracks here. We're going to wall off really early on. 6 pool, we're going to have a wall off. Terran, we're going to have a wall off. It doesn't matter. Even if we didn't have a wall off, we can still micro, and as you get better, you'll be able to do it a lot better. But even if you don't wall off and you're playing against random, you can micro out of situations that become pretty bad. And here's Terran. Alright, so another Terran versus Terran. We're going to do Shift F2, Shift F3, Shift F4. And we're going to grab this SCV. That's a very early scout, by the way. If you think about it, we scouted in close positions, and we didn't see him, and that was our SCV after Supply Depot, which is usually the fastest scout possible. So I'm very interested in how that SCV got here so fast, whether he's looking to cheese. I'm going to scout in the bottom left. The reason why I'm scouting in the bottom left is how can he get cross position and scout us so early on? For me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Unless, you know, he gambled and just went straight up to see where we were. And was like, alright, maybe he's top left. That's the only reason it makes sense for me. Otherwise, he should be bottom left. So, alright. See, it doesn't make sense. So, very early on, before the supply depot finishes, he sent out an SCV cross position, which is a little bit weird. So if anything's weird, what's the cure to weird? Supply depot. Oh my god, no. Wrong answer. It's actually a bunker. So we're gonna add on another marine. I'm gonna build a bunker pretty fast here. I'm gonna get this in. And he has walled off too, so as that's why our SCV couldn't get in there. He's got a complete wall off like we do. So we're gonna have a bunker down. I mean, if I was to watch this replay, he like I said, would have just shot straight across the map, which is a little bit weird. Barracks. 2 SCVs chasing us. I don't know if this is like an all-in here. It very well could be. So I'm a little bit... It is an all-in. So we're going to pull back. We're going to get a bunch of SCVs. And it's like a 2 racks. And we're going to try micro. And get this bunker up. Because as soon as this bunker's up, game over, as mentioned. Bunker's up, game over. Like, this 2 racks is dead. So... a little bit of a weird game. Kind of had to micro a little bit more than the average bronze player would. As you saw, I pulled my... Marines back, my SCVs in. That was just me being a little bit faster. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's not too hard to pull off. I was still going to win because all you have to do is pull your SCVs down all at once and make sure the bunker completes. And when the bunker completes, this is over. There's no way he can break a bunker. So, he's got 2 racks somewhere. That's why he scattered so early on. There it is. The 2 racks is over there. So we can add on another bunker to say, screw you, Mr. Terran. Just to fortify that. We'll get a supply depot. And we'll just add on double refinery. And just play from here. There's no way he can break double bunkers. There's just absolutely no way. Even with SCVs. There's 7 Marines now with a bunker protection. With a 400 hit points. He hasn't got a command center down and won't have for a while. We do. We've got double refinery here, so we're just going to go straight for stim. He sees it. He's like, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. And yes, you are. Yes, you are. So we're going to add on tech lab straight away. We're going to go pretty fast for stim here. We're going to add on... you can add on quite a different... There's a different set of ways to play this. I would throw down a command center, and that's what I'm going to do, and I think this is how I'm going to teach you guys to play as well. The reason why I said there's different ways to play this is because you can go ahead and throw down extra barracks. You can look to just close the game out, or you can say to yourself smartly, what can he do to stop us taking a 3rd command center? Because in reality, we should see a command center. But we don't, which is a little bit weird. So unless he's gone straight for medivacs here, maybe. Maybe. But either case, we're going to have stim, and we're going to try and shut this down before it even gets in. So he's still just making Marines. So it looks like he's still just going to go and try to bust all the way through. So, okay. We're going to add on some extra barracks now. I still don't think he can break us. I'm going to scan his main, see if he's got gases. No, he's got no SCVs, no gases. So he can't go for medevac. So he is just going to walk up the front door. So you can add on another bunker if you want to, confirm your victory. And that seems to be his scan saying, can I break up there? No. No, he can't. And he's going to try. Oh, dear me. Pull some SCVs if you want to repair the bunker. At the end of the day, it's never going to go down. My reaction tower wasn't fast there. Bunker's going to complete. He's got a bunker on this right-hand side for some reason. I don't really know why. GG. So that was kind of a weird game. And because of how fast it was, Crixus, we're just going to play another game immediately. I think we can have time to squeeze in one more for you. Flying solo against a gold leaguer. Alright, let's play one more. So we haven't really played against Zerg, unfortunately, so I wish we could play one game against Zerg. It would be nice. So, in terms of that early SCV scout, he probably sent multiple SCVs out to scout where we were initially. To probably check where he could put his barracks. If you think about where the SCV came before... Sorry, I should turn my face if I went quiet then. The SCV came before the supply depot even finished. That means the SCV came looking before he planted down the barracks. So I'm going to guess that, I'm pretty sure that he went up, saw us, and was like, alright, he's there. Let's put the barracks on the left-hand side. Alright, so let's try and squeeze in this one. Come on, battlenet, you're not helping me out now. I'm running out of time here. I wanted to squeeze one game in before I close this episode up. Come on, battlenet! I guess it is 8:30 in the morning and nobody wants to play games. Protoss. Okie doke. No Zerg today, so you're going to have to tune in for episode number 2 to find out how to play against Zerg by the looks of it. Alright, Shift F1, Shift F2, Shift F3, Shift F4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, cool. Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to exactly do the same again. Supply depot on the ramp into scout.
Not enough minerals.
So we got to wait till 9 supply, and then now we can waypoint across. Keep building SCVs. We've done F1, F2, F3, F4. Back in. God, I love Starcraft. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and supply depot here. BS. Not for the term you think it was for. It's for build supply depot. And we're going to SCV scout. Did I say good luck, have fun? No. There you go. And we're going to go scout with our SCV. And drag. So I actually talked a little bit about in the early stages about my mouse scroll. So I talked a little bit about my mouse scroll speed. Look, it's pretty fast, right? I mean, I'm just like, here's my mouse cursor. I'm just going from the left, south, right, up. So it's pretty fast, this is how I like it. For example, like that, right? So I got the SCV and I wanted to go up and put him in there. So that's the reason why I have this pretty fast. And just so I can move around a little bit, I feel it's a lot easier for me to feel comfortable and smoother in the game. Because I can just go up and I'm at the barracks. Down, I'm at my command center without hardly any movement. So that may be something you guys want to get used to. It may be difficult. Maybe difficult at the start, but anything is easy with practice. Anything. So now we're gonna go build orbital and marine. We're gonna go and get ready for our command center too.
Our SCVs are under attack.
And he is in the bottom right.
What's going on?
Turn around, come right in the corner, and fight. And then the marine's gonna turn this into a bad fight for the probe. Alright, so let's go ahead and get that down. Let's get this and this and this, which was Mule, Supply Depot, and SCV. And now let's go see what he's doing in his base. This time we didn't really hide what we were doing. And he's chronobursting immediately into, as we can see, the gateway. So he's gone for double zealot early on. So now we're going to have to micro. And get the bunker down. So as we micro, we set it up to micro already. As you can see, we have the 2 marines either side. So we're going to hide this and we're going to wait now because we know we're going to have to micro because he's charging with the zealot. So we're going to get the marines ready. We're going to have 3 marines total and we're going to micro the one that the zealot is targeted onto back. This is what he should be doing unless the bunker completes where we don't have to micro. So I'm going to micro like this. Ready? Like that. That's all it is. Now the bunker completes, we just get in anyway, right? Punish the zealot. Always punish the zealot. Always punish the zealot. And we're good. Always punish the zealot. Whenever you have a zealot stalker, zealot charging up, trying to get towards the ramp, always punish the zealots. Alright, so just kind of getting in the groove of things. We've got double barracks down. We've got our double refinery as well. Gonna go straight up for this tech lab as soon as we got the gas here. There it is. Cool down a mule. And just play it tight. We're going to send out an SCV because we want to just kind of feel out his unit composition, because it can tell a lot. If, for example, if we see sentries, that says a lot more than if we don't. Because if we don't see sentries, it could be dangerous. He could be, teching up really fast. So always got to be cautious about that. We need to be cautious about building SCVs too. I mean, supply depots.
Not enough minerals.
But as you can see, even with me getting supply blocked, you guys can get supply book too. It's alright. So we're going to get the scout on what's going on. Nexus is down. No units at all. I'm going to throw down a factory.
Our SCVs
It's
are
2
under
stalkers. 3 gateways. Doesn't really mean much at the moment.
minerals.
We're going to get the engineering bay and we will add down a turret anyway. But he shouldn't really be... he has got double gases. But there was 2 stalkers down. Was it 2 or 3? 2. We will get down a turret anyway. I mean, that's just a given, right? We got an engineering bay. Why wouldn't we do that? Just going to put a supply depot in the corner so we can see if he's got any pylons there. We're just going to keep up our SV and unit production and supply depot. Get immediately +1. And we're going to get a turret as well. Just, there's no reason not to get a turret every single game, guys. Especially with Heart of the Swarm around the corner. 100. You kidding me? That's insane. That is absolutely crazy. That's bonkers, as we'd say in England. But there's a reason behind it, I guess. DTs, they want to be used more. Anyway.
Not enough minerals.
So we got a good SCV count. I'm checking my SCVs in the main. That's a good, healthy SCV count. So we're going to waypoint to the natural. We're going to get double refinery. We're going to get double supply depot. Things come in 2s a lot when you play Terran. We're going to get double medivacs. Going to get double reactor in a minute. We'll do it now, actually.
Complete.
Let's get another supply depot over here, maybe. And we're going to switch up. Get the factory on the go to scout him. And we're going to put this down here. And get into the refineries. Start building our medivacs. One, and we'll get another one in a second. And we're going to scan him as we move out, because we're not really going to move out before the medivacs are raised. There's no need to scan now. Oh, oopsie daisy. Yeah, so just kind of waiting. We'll add on the 3rd command center very shortly. We're going to have a look what he's doing. And to be honest, if you nail exactly what I've done here, guys, apart from combat shields, you're probably going to get a lot of victories with just this simple +1 attack. It's a very simple attack, right? So we have a look at his army comp. 2 sentries, 5 sentries. That's kind of late tech. That's a lot of sentries. He's got no gas on the natural. He's got building more units. He may be just on gateway units, but that's going to be good for me because I like death. We're going to now go up. Get a waypoint down as well. Oh, what are you in? We're going to go ahead and build our command center on location. Yeah, there's a pylon there. See if we come in. Oh. Gonna just play it a little bit cautiously. We'll scan his main just in case. Maybe an immortal. Oh, another. Over there, we're going to get down our 4 barracks as we did previously. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know what happened to that probe.
Additional supply depots required.
There it is. Get some supply depots.
Not enough minerals.
Gonna drop the back of his base.
Let's go.
And then we're gonna sprint everything else to the front.
Additional supply depots
I'm
required.
gonna just waypoint everything there. We're gonna get that
Research
second engineering rate and armory. We're not really focusing so much on the attacks here. Oh, we lost our factory. Can't build an armory. Oopsie daisy. We're just kind of playing very mellow. We're gonna. Oh, what's this? Third bit? Are you kidding me?
Picking up or dropping off.
Wow. Okay, cheeky guy. Just gonna attack in here. We got a lot of units. Dropped his base. He's evacuated. We'll drop his main. And too greedy. Okay. Yeah, a little bit too greedy there. GG. So sneaky fast third base. It would have worked maybe if I hadn't seen the third, if he'd been able to force fill his natural ramp. But at the end of the day, I was going to drop his main. He wasn't really going to be able to defend it. So I guess that's kind of it for episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm happy that I'm able to give the video to you guys out now. And hopefully I don't have any mistakes with the recording. Otherwise, well, I guess there's no mistakes if you're listening to this when it's recording. So never mind. That's my thing to worry about. So guys, thank you once for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Of course, there's going to be a lot more content coming. The rest of the Terran tutorials are going to come. Heart the Swarm content's going to come soon, as well as other shows as well, such as Improve with Apollo and future stuff too. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, which is ApolloSC2, at ApolloSC2. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in episode number 2, signing off.